Tell me when you're recording. It's totally casual.
We're good to go.
Howdy, everybody. Here we are. We're having a birthday party today. We're going to do a little stir fry in the Blackstone Griddle. So come on in here. All 4 burners on high. And, of course, my old friend olive oil down on the griddle. Let's grab a spatula. And a little bit of garlic. You know, I go back and forth. I love minced garlic and I love fresh garlic. But it's just so easy to buy these big old tubs of minced garlic and olive oil. So we got a big party today. We're going to need a lot of garlic. Have some chicken breast here that I've already sliced up. I would say that's a good 5 pounds of chicken breast. I'm just going to put that straight down on top of the garlic. We're going to season this with, come on in close, Kevin, a little bit of kosher salt. So a shout out to my brother-in-law, Kevin, who's holding his iPhone and filming today. Thank you, Kevin. And a little bit of black pepper down as well. You can see I have the wind guards on here today because it's super windy here in Colorado. Look at that, instant sear on that chicken. My goodness. It should be illegal, but it isn't. It is legal. All right, so we're gonna do a stir fry today. I've got all my ingredients around here. Chicken, right there. And then let's start with all the veggies. So on the other side of the griddle, if you want to come over, a little more olive oil. And I have 3 different colors of bell pepper straight down on the hot griddle top. Same thing, I'll just hit them up with a little bit of kosher salt. Some snow peas. I'm gonna find my spatula. So stir fry, I'll say this over and over again. Definitely one of my favorite things to make because it's so forgiving. You can do anything you want. If I didn't want to do pea, I didn't have to use pea. I could use snow pea. I could use sugar snap pea. We could put zucchini in here. Beet noodles. You can use just about anything you want to use. And it's just so much fun to do. And then at the end, you just make it your own with your sauce. Whether you want to do teriyaki. You know, I do a lot of that sweet Thai chili. But today we're going to do teriyaki sauce here on the griddle. So here we go. We got those veggies going. We got chicken over here. Looking splendid. I have some carrots, about 3 carrots here that I literally just shredded up with a carrot peeler inside. And in the middle, why don't we put our old friend down, the Udon noodle. Of course, I've cut these open to make it easier, and we should be able to, hopefully, just dump those udon noodles. You know, I was on the udon kick for a long time. Then I switched over to the Hokkien noodles, the soba noodles, but they're all about the same. Just a wheat, tapioca, salt noodle, and those are great for cooking Asian food. They just soak up all the ingredients. I'm gonna have to use my spatula and be crude here and cut these open. Because apparently my knife cut didn't go all the way through. So let's see, what can we talk about while we're filming here? So, of course, I'm in the middle of the griddle mortar. Last week we had a huge turnout out in the Bakersfield, California area. Next week I'll be out in Fresno area. So Fresno, Dinuba, I think it's pronounced, and Clovis, California next week. So want to make sure you're coming out to that, getting signed up for those VIP bags on the website. Lots of fun there. So, another thing to talk about, of course, comments. We covered that in the last video. YouTube blocked comments on most family-related channels. And so you won't be able to comment on this video, but I figured I'd put up a fun video anyways, and you'd know that I still enjoy you watching. So feel free to leave a thumbs up. That would be huge for me, since I can't get comments on my videos. So check that out. We are building a delicious looking stir fry. Kim. All right. And the last of the noodles. A lot easier to do these beforehand. You know, when I buy these at Walmart, from time to time you'll see at Costco they'll have larger containers of udon or soba noodles as well. So that's the basis for the stir fry there. The chicken's looking nice over here. We are going to incorporate these ingredients in just a second. A little more olive oil doesn't hurt. You don't have to use olive oil. You guys see me using it all the time. Olive oil, avocado oil I've been experimenting with recently. People use sunflower oil, corn oil, canola oil. Use whatever you want to use. So don't get caught up in that. I just, as a rule of thumb, I use olive oil on savory dishes, canola oil on sweet dishes, and I just do it because it's easy. That way I don't need to have 50 different oils in the kitchen. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start to mix these up together. A lot of stir fry. What else do I have here? I have some regular onion. You know, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to do regular onion as well as some green onion. That might be taboo in cooking circles. I don't know. 2 different kinds of onion. But I like that. The white and the green. So there we go. Getting that all mixed up. I'm going to say it again. The wind guards are a lifesaver for me today because we're getting these crazy sideways winds through here. Feel free to keep seasoning as you're going there. I might throw a little more salt in there. A little more kosher salt, doesn't hurt. I'm going to wait for the chicken to get done, and towards the end I'm going to throw in a little bit of spinach and cilantro. So basically turning my griddle top into a giant wok. You're really only limited by how much you want to twist and turn. You know, I had carpal tunnel surgery 13 years ago, so my wrists are weak. I think I have arthritis now. So actually, I get really tired when I'm doing stir fry after a while. So, but if you don't have wrist problems like I do, feel free to pile it up nice and high. Lay it out, make it look nice. Look at that steam coming off the griddle. So just waiting for that chicken to finish cooking before we add some of the final ingredients on here. How many minutes have I been cooking, Kevin?
8 minutes.
So 8 minutes. People are always asking me, you know, how long, when I edit those videos up, how long did it take you to cook that? You know, it seemed like camera trickery. How on earth? There you go, 8 minutes, and we're 3/4 of the way through this recipe. You don't have to use fresh chicken. When I'm doing the demos for Walmart, I use the bags of Tyson frozen chicken for health concerns, safety reasons, and whatnot. It's so much easier, so you could do that. You could buy pre-cooked chicken if you want to, and even cut your time down a little more. This recipe would have been good with pieces of pork, ground beef. You could, shrimp would have been delicious in this. Scallops would have been delicious.
You ever add eggs?
I guess you could. That's a neat idea. I never thought of that. You could add eggs just like you could with fried rice. Yeah, you could definitely add eggs to this. A challenge has been issued from my brother-in-law, Kevin. You could add eggs for this.
Yeah.
So look for that on my next video. We could add eggs.
That's the extent of my creativity.
Man.
Sorry.
So if that's a hit, folks, and I do it in the future, we'll know who to thank. So the chicken's looking good. Now I'm going to go ahead. See that, by the way? Look at that non-stick surface. Because I've griddled on this thing so much. We'll make a little ice skating rink in the middle of oil. I have some baby spinach. Not the adult spinach. This is baby spinach. Put that. Now this seems like a lot. You're like, what are you doing to this recipe? But this is pretty much going to steam down to nothing. And this is going to just pretty much incorporate into the recipe. And it'll make a nice accent. And that's a nice way to bulk up your stir fry. Put a little bit of spinach in there. You can use all kinds of greens. You can use kale. but I'm going to use my hand. Hopefully that doesn't gross you out. Here, I got a lot of product I'm working with. Mix that up in there. Big old griddle filled with stir fry. Woo! Man. Okay, I like to do a lot of color variances too. I like to cook based on color. I love things to look good. So like, I don't have anything else on me right now, but I would definitely say this could use some red. If I had some extra red onion, some extra, red bell pepper, I'd put a little red in there. Why not? Make it look pretty. And now, as we get closer to the end, cilantro. My favorite cilantro. Growing up as a kid, I never had cilantro. We didn't have it. We never heard of it when I was a kid. And so when I worked at Applebee's 25 years ago or so, I was introduced to cilantro. And it actually made my arms break out every day. I would have to prep cilantro. And my forearms would be cut up, almost like I was playing in fiberglass insulation from the cilantro. I loved eating it, but I was apparently allergic to it on my hands. And that went away over the years, and so I don't get a rash from it anymore, and I love it. But an interesting fact about cilantro, I take it for granted. I use it all the time, and our family eats it. But apparently, not everybody can eat cilantro. Apparently, it's a genetic disposition. Certain people eat cilantro, and it actually tastes like soap to them. It literally tastes like soap. Like they put it in their mouth and spit it out. It tastes like they're eating dish soap. So I am thankful that I can enjoy cilantro, and it doesn't taste like dish soap to me. All right, let's get ready to finish this off. So, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, of course, you know I like Mr. Yoshida's, but I do also like, occasionally, the P.F. Chang's sauce. They have a really good line of sauces available at most grocery stores. So if I'm traveling around the country, I can always count on picking up their teriyaki. They have a great Kung Pao sauce, a Mongolian beef sauce as well. And it's very thick today. There we go. Come on, baby. Thick sauce, P.F. Chang. There we go. So it's sitting on top here. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of sugar in most stir-fry sauces. And so you're going to see this, instantly bubble up. Everything's going to start to caramelize from the sugar. And then we'll finish this up real quick, get it off the griddle. And that's going to essentially be our stir-fry for the day. Our birthday party stir-fry. I'll let you stare at the food. I'll grab a container. I'll be right back here. Now this is where my weak arms give me trouble. To set that down here. Let's plate some of this. Let's plate it up. Another question, I'm not going to go into cleaning on this video, but people always ask, how do I clean up a messy stir fry? Because that sugar messes up the griddle top. And in short, you have two choices. One is just let the griddle, when you're done, wipe it down, let the griddle burn off about 10-20 minutes. Everything's going to turn to ash, and you can literally scrape it all up and re-oil it. Otherwise, just use a little water in your squirt bottle. Squirt it on there. It'll literally lift everything, all that sugar. It'll deglaze the griddle, if you will, and you can just scrape it straight off. So either wait 20 minutes or clean it immediately with water. But there we go. Delicious stir fry on the griddle. Thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Todd saying, praise the Lord.